and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. What we're doing today is we're adding fractions using fraction pieces. Now, as I said moments ago, before my computer stopped working correctly and I couldn't video it on my computer, so I'm having to use my phone. So it may be cattywampus by the time I put it on today's Google Classroom. But the denominators you're going to use most of the time in 5th grade, you're probably 2, definitely 2, 4, 8, 3, 6, and 10. Those are the ones you're going to have to know the most. Okay, those are the ones you're going to see the most. Now I'm going to use these fraction pieces up here to show you how to do it, and I'm going to do 3 problems. And as I oftentimes do, you may see these 3 problems in the near future. So paying attention might be a good idea. Can you guys maybe stop doing that silly? All right, we'll start with 1/2 and 1/4. All right, so we're going to start with, when we're using our fraction pieces, I'm going to start by putting the 1 up there because I want to see if my sum is less than or greater than 1. Now I take what I'm adding together. 1/2 and 1/4. So this space right here is 1/2 plus 1/4. I need to figure out what this space is. But I got to have a completely common denominator. I can't just put, well, I'll do a 1/3 and then a 1/5 and then a 1/6 and see if that fits. And if I look, I know my answer is less than 1 because adding 1/2 and 1/4 is less than 1/2. So now I got to find a denominator for 2 and 4, something they would both divide into evenly. Using our divisibility rules, maybe, perhaps, Maxwell could tell me?
4.
Let's try 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So 1/2 plus 1/4 does equal 3/4. Now, are there other answers it does equal? Well, yes, as we saw on our warm-up thing today, we can see 8ths in 4ths. We can see 12ths. I think we can see 16ths. So 6th won't work. But if you notice, all of these have 2 as 2 will divide into and 4 will divide into. Now, obviously, I don't want 3/4. I don't want 6/8. I don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And I don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Okay, so all of those would work as an answer. Well, Mr. McMurdo, how do we know which answer to pick? Generally, you're going to want to pick the one with the least amount of pieces. That's called a simplified fraction. A simplified fraction. It's in lowest terms. The one with the least amount of pieces with 3 out of 4 pieces. Okay, so that's the first one we're going to do. Caitlin, am I boring you? I'm sorry. Oh, I'll try and
Pretty good job.
keep us 1/2 and 1/3. 1/2 plus 1/3. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to 1 and see. I see that my answer is less than 1, which means it's a proper fraction. The answer is a proper fraction. Now, I want to think, if I'm looking for the same denominator, I want to think if I moved on a multiplication chart and the row that started with 2 and the row that started with 3, what would the first number next that appears in both rows? 6. Because 2, 4, 6, 3, 6. 6 is the first one that appears in both. So probably 6 is going to be the one I want. And so that it would equal how many 6? I can't count all that. 5, 6. That's a lot of 6. And so that would equal 5, 6. Now, do 2 and 3 divide evenly into 5? No, so 5s won't work. Do 2 and 3 divide evenly into 10? No. Do 2 and 3 divide evenly into 12? Yes. So I could have 12ths here. But again, I'm looking for the one that uses the least amount of pieces. Okay, the one that has the least amount of pieces. And you have to make sure it lines up exactly. Exactly. And as I've said before, you have the website with the fraction pieces. So please don't be shy about using that. Now if we have 3/5 plus 1/2. 3/5 plus 1/2. So I've got my 3/5 here. I've got my 1/2 here. So that is going to be greater than 1. Is it going to be greater than 2? No. So I know my answer is going to be, it's going to be 1 and this much greater than 1. 1 and this much greater than 1. Just that much greater than 1. Because that's the only amount of space I need to make these two equal. So now I could put them below here. And obviously don't have enough. I could put them below. But if I put them below, it's the same thing as filling in this space right here. Now I want you to think, and I'm going to call on somebody. Put your hands down. I want you to think, if you look at the multiplication chart and you went down the row, what is the first number you'd see in the row that starts with 5 and the row that starts with 2? That would be in both of them. Grace? 10. 10 is the first one we'd see. So 10 is probably going to fit exactly right there. So it's 1 and 1/10. 1 and 1/10. Any of the others on here fit right there? No. Only one. Yeah, if we had 20ths, but we don't. The only one that's going to fit there is 1 and 1/10. Now, until you get used to doing them, without the pieces, we're going to practice a lot adding and subtracting with the pieces. And then probably show you a little bit of doing them without the pieces. Yay. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, save the bees, please subscribe.